Hello, and welcome to another episode of Vowspiration. I'll tell it like it is. It is just vows from real couples that we play for you every week. So these couples have been married either by me or I've been fortunate enough to be sent their vows. And we don't even talk about their vows. We don't offer tips and tricks and suggestions. We just play the vows so that if you're driving around in your car and you hear something that you like, you can go, oh, I might bank that for later. Or you hear something you don't like and go, definitely not going to be saying that. There is no right and wrong when it comes to vows. There's just the right words for you. And so every week we play you vows from a couple who kindly donated their words and said, yes, you can share these with other people. So thank you to all my couples who have shared their vows. It is always appreciated. And strap yourself in for a tearjerker of a Vowspiration episode this week. Demi and Peter got married on Redhead Beach in Newcastle. Now, Redhead, if you know it, it's a gorgeous beach. It has a surf club at the top. It is notorious for being a little bit windy sometimes and also super hot. So Demi and Pete had their ceremony inside, which was super smart. Now, to give you an idea of who they are as a couple, Demi and Pete wear their hearts open and on their sleeves. They are really affectionate with each other. They openly talk about how much they love each other, and they are really confident in their words and their choices. They think words matter, and they do. And you'll notice that when you listen to their vows. Everything is deep and respectful and founded in their love for one another. They are just so grateful to have found each other and love each other so deeply. Now, that being said, they found each other at a music festival. I think there was some random passion going on. So they do have their own story, but they were so generous in being able to share their vows. Their love is open, and for anyone out there to see, you can feel it when you look at them, when you're around them, just how much they love each other. It's a beautiful thing to experience, and I was so grateful to be their celebrant. So for now, tissues in hand, get ready for maybe a few tearjerkers. I'd like to play for you Demi and Pete's vows.
Pete, when I met you 9 years ago amongst thousands of strangers, I had no idea how impactful that moment was going to be for me. I barely knew you, but our banter was on point, and you had my ribs hurting from laughing all day. It could have ended on that day, just some good laughs with a kind stranger, but every day since then, you have made me a priority in your life. Long distance was sometimes challenging, but you helped me see the opportunity in that travel time, and when we saw each other, we made the most of every moment. Looking back, I'm so grateful for that time because it gave us the space to create our own identities separate from each other. Something that I think is so important when you meet so young, because if we lived closer, I probably would have permanently attached myself to your hip. Over the years, you have shown me what it means to truly live life. You make the ordinary moments extraordinary with your playfulness, humour, and quick wit. I sometimes take life too seriously and am impatient to figure it all out, but you have always grounded me and held me whenever I feel lost. You help me work out the how of whatever I'm aiming for, the logistics and the reality of it all, while simultaneously encouraging me to shoot for the stars. With you, my life is brighter and richer. I see more joy in the world with you around. In fact, I seek it more too. You've always been my biggest cheerleader, and with you, I feel brave enough to try new things and explore different perspectives. I adore the life we have together, our funny rituals, our ridiculous nicknames for each other, and of course, our little laughs. I love how you rip me off, all the sunrises you've kicked me out of bed for. I love what you're doing flips in the waves like a hyperactive child, dancing in the kitchen with you, and I adore spontaneously creating songs with you about our laughs. You have been there for me in the best moments of my life and the darkest. You always know how to bring out that light within me, even if it may take some time. You see the best in me, and I'm so grateful for your patience, kindness, and support through everything we've experienced together. You truly are my best friend. It didn't take long for you to earn that title either. Marrying you today feels so natural. I knew I wanted this within months of knowing you. For me, today is a celebration of the love we share together and a commitment to sharing more adventures with you. I honestly don't want to do this life with anyone else, and I want to continue sharing everything with you. I'm so excited to explore this beautiful country with you, to find a beautiful home by the sea, have some cute babies that share all the incredible qualities that you embody. Today I promise to always be your friend. I promise to push you to pursue your happiness and strive for the extraordinary. I acknowledge that your wisdom is different to my wisdom, and I promise to apply yours more often to how I live this life. I want to continue growing with you as individuals and together as partners. And lastly, I promise to strive to make your life as extraordinary and joy-filled as you make mine. I love you.
How great it would be to tell this story to myself in the past, 11-year-old me. Listening to Blink and thinking how great it would be to see them play live, about how in another 11 years I'll get that chance, and about how I fell in love with the girl at the rock show. Life turned into a whirlwind, and like turned to love. Each weekend started with my hands on the wheel, or you resting your head on the train window. We bridged 2 cities and made 2 new homes away from home. First for the sake of spending one more fleeting moment together, and finally for the love of our new families and friends. Now, with our time more certain, we live at our own pace, slowly turning and growing the lives we've always wanted. Whether we stay here or travel eternally, I'm at home wherever you are. You're my best friend, and loving you is easy and natural. Since we first met, you have elegantly guided me from rashness, methodically unwinding the highly strung boy that you met into a man that's grown to love who he is for the first time in his life. I have you to thank for the gravity with which I consider my closest friendships and family, and for the confidence to believe that I deserve a life with someone I admire as deeply as you. You watch the world through glasses tinted with sunshine, seeing the light inside everyone else and helping them to see it too. The people in your life take cue from your gentle and compassionate nature. You are sincere to a fault, and your generosity is only matched by your courage. You stand for the voiceless and the defenceless, as a lighthouse in a sea of indifference. This ceremony is to create the affirmation that you will always have a heart to beat beside yours. To celebrate your triumphs, to brush off the dirt when you fall, and to cradle your transformation into the person you were born to be. You find the inspiration for our life's journey. I promise to enable your imagination as it plots our path to happiness. You are the pillar of morality in my life. I promise to always trust your heart and to let yours guide mine. Our love is shared with the world, and I promise to shout it to the wind, to inspire, to heal, and to nurture those around us. My soul is joined to yours, the most beautiful in the world, and I promise to celebrate that eternally.
Once again, so grateful to Demi and Pete for sharing their vows with us. If you like Vowspiration, if it's helping, I would love you to chuck some stars on it or at least leave a review. Let us know how you're going. Tell us where you're listening from. It doesn't mean that you're from Australia just because I'm Australian. If you're listening from the other side of the world, I would love to know. Now, if you're still struggling with your vows, you might like a little bit of extra help in the form of Rock Your Wedding Vows Volume 1 and 2. These are ebooks and paperbacks that you can buy if you're in Australia directly from Vowspiration.com, or if you're overseas, they are available to purchase on Amazon and all good bookstores. So you're talking like Booktopia, that kind of thing. So have a look, Google Rock Your Wedding Vows Volume 1 and 2. You will find a copy somewhere. Thank you for listening. Back again next week with another lot of vows. I'm Kez. I'm a Newcastle celebrant and I've married over 900 couples and I love my job. See you next week.